Okay guys, it's me again. I'm going to show you exactly how to prepare yourself for a YouTube filming session. What I usually do before I even start cooking, I do an extensive cooking TV channel on YouTube, and if you guys have not yet checked out my videos, cooking videos, I'm inviting you to go and take a look. So before I even start cooking, I always like to ensure that my nails are immaculately done. They're clean, they're pretty, and well trimmed. Even if I don't put a color on, I always like to know that my nails are properly groomed. And the same, it's even more so when I'm doing uh, facial, anything facial, like I'm doing a facial or I'm applying makeup or anything of the sort. I always want to make sure that my hands are clean, because my hands and my fingers are constantly in before the camera, and so I want to make sure that everything is like presentable. So I'm going to show you exactly how I prepare myself and how you can adapt to the same principle whenever you are filming. You want to make sure your cracked nail polish are removed, and if your polish starts stripping or so, you want to take that off before you start filming. Sorry, and you want to trim your nails if that's what you're doing. If you're using wearing tips or so, you want to make sure that they are freshly done and your hands are lotioned and ready for the camera. So I'm going to show you, just share with you some of what I do when I'm preparing to film a video for YouTube or whatever else. And as long as I'm in before the camera, this is exactly what I do. So I'm going to start with my nails, and then I'm going to come back to show you guys how I do my face, how I prep my face for video taping. So first of all, my nails, I've been taking a supplement, and so my nails are growing up, and some growing faster than some. And so what I want to do is to trim them down to make sure they're uniform. So that's exactly what we're going to do. So I'm going to speed this up, but you want to make sure that you are going straight across if that's what you want. If you want your nails to be square, you want to go in one direction, because if you go back and forth like a kind of sawing process, that will damage your nails. So you want to make sure that you go one direction, and then you want to take the side in so they're not sharp or anything. If they're sharp, then that can be trouble for you too, because those can itch into things and rip. So and I just put a little block under here and put a piece of Bounty, and that's exactly what I'm doing. So you're not going to see a lot of my face today, because it's all about the nails, and that's how I square my nails for a manicure. Okay, so I'm just going to speed this up a little so you can see, and the same with this one. I'm not going to go too far down, because of course they're all grown up. I want to share the supplement that I'm taking with you guys in another video, so you can see exactly the supplement I'm taking, and it grows your nails so much. I don't see it so much with my hair, but my nails are growing. That much I can tell you. My skin, yet to start improving, but my nails, it's really good for the nails. So I'm going to speed this up, okay, because you get the gist what I'm doing here. Okay, the instrument I use to push back the nail once I put on the the oil is just as flat head instrument. Just want to push this back, and anything that is on the nail that is sometimes the skin grows onto the nail, so I'm just going to push that back and just etch those away. Make sure the nail between the cuticle, between the matrix, which is here, and the nail are all separated, because when the skin grows on, then it becomes one. So that's what I'm doing here. Hopefully you can see. I'm just pushing back with the flat edge. Push back, push back, push back, then I scratch away. Just etch away anything that's in the way, or on the nail that, you know, because once we get them soaked, we're going to push them back, okay? So hopefully you can see, and push up first, push up gently to the matrix, and then you pull them up, push away from the matrix. And you want to be as gentle as possible. You don't want to tear your nail or anything. And we're going to do the same for this one. So I'm going to speed this up. Okay, now that's done. I'm going to put this in the water, warm water. And you can just feel free to turn it whichever way that you can see, because now that I'm filming this way and I wanted to see, I cannot see before me, so sometimes I'll turn the nail this way to make sure they're equal and they're well shaped. And I usually have 2 bowls of water. Whenever I'm filming, I have a hot bowl of water, which I'm going to bring to the counter in a moment now, but I don't have the space. And then I have another, that first bowl has warm soapy water. The second one does not have soap, but it is warm. And so I'm going to show you the reason for both. This nail got ripped today, and so it's giving me a bit of trouble, but hey. And you can see this is equally shaped like the rest. And now the thumbs, I'm going to turn it this way because it's not somebody else who's doing this, but I am doing it. So I want to make sure that it is shaped properly. And the only way I can see that is if I turn it this way. And if there's any hangnail on the inside, you want to fix that. So this hand is nice, so then I'm going to go ahead and do the other one off camera, the other hand. Now I'm going to buff this so you can see. What I like to do is to buff on the outward, not up this way, to mess with the matrix. If you have polish on, you want to take that off first, but I don't have polish on. So and if you want the free edge of the nail, you want to buff that also to make sure there's no hangnail. And that way, you want to make sure you capture everything. Okay, so I'm just gonna speed this up. Now you can see everything is neatly done. And another thing, the moment it starts to get changed from one season to the other, this part of my nail gets very, very rough. And this part too. These are not bad, but just these two mainly. This one, you can see they start getting rough because we're moving from summer, sorry, to winter, so it start getting so rough. I don't know if it's changing to accommodate the season. So I went out and I bought this Amopé, very, very good. I just put it on, you have one and then you have speed 2. I put it on speed 1, so I hit the on once, and I use that to, without getting the finger wet or anything. I just start buffing it dry, and this way I get a better result. Hopefully you can see. You want to do it in a circular motion. This usually remove all the shedding. And the moment you start burning or you feel like it's going to start burning, just stop, okay? This is always on the charger, and the charger is always plugged in, and this is the charger. That's the charger there. So it's always on the charger, and before I go in the mornings, or if I have an afternoon function, always just go right ahead and make sure that I get my nail looking beautifully groomed before I go. And now, what I like to do, I like to put some cuticle oil on. This I acquired from my niece. She Reigns Beauty in here. She's on Facebook. She Reigns. So I think it's spelled SHERERNE. Reigns, R-E-I-G-N-S. And this is another cuticle oil by Super Nail. So either one, but I like hers better. So I'm just going to go ahead and use hers. So I'm going to put the cuticle oil on my finger, on the cuticle bed, and also on the dry spot on my nail. So what I do, make sure you get the cuticle bed real good. Okay guys, so now that I've put on the cuticle oil, I let my nails sit for 2 seconds or so, and then I'm going to put the cuticle gel remover. And you can get this one is Kiss. You can get it at any of the local beauty supply store, and this one is very effective. It is called, the name of the brand is Kiss. And I'm just going to put that around the cuticle bed of both nails, okay? And then we're going to massage it in. Once that's done, just go ahead and massage in the cuticle gel or the cuticle remover into the nail before you insert them in the water. I'm going to do that for both hands, and even the dry spots that we just buffed. Of course, you want to put that on there also, and whatever residue is left, just rub that over the hands and the back of the hands, and that will soften the hands also. I'm going to go ahead one more time and put some cuticle oil, and this one is rose petal cuticle oil. I got this also from my niece. And this one is thicker, so I'm putting the rose petal cuticle oil. And these orange sticks you can get at the local supply store. And of course, everything that I'm using here you can get at your local supply stores, of course. So I just wanted to know that. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. Just put in the oil, and whatever residue is left, again, every time I have a residue of anything, I always take the grand opportunity of massaging that into my skin, and that will make the skin very soft, of course, because of course the whole intention is just to soften the cuticle bed. The nail will come right off, and if it softens the cuticle beds, it will also soften the hands. So now that's done, I'm just going to put that in the warm water. But before I do that, I'm going to put some sea salt, and this one is garden bamboo, and that's one I'm going to put in the water to soften the water a little bit and to soothe and relax the hand. So hard to open, so I have to get something else to help me. Okay, so there we go. So we're just going to take a few pieces of the sea salt and we're going to put it in the water, and that will soften and soothe the skin. And this is the garden bamboo. It's Asian, and it smells so good. Okay, I'm going to insert my hand in the water. And this is the first warm water with soap, and this is going to soak for approximately, I would say, 5 minutes, because I don't want to be nipping the cuticle bed like, you know, the typical salon does. You want those, I'm just going to move this out of the way, you want those cuticles to be thoroughly soft and supple, so you can just push them back. Okay, so to give a little kind of relaxation. Yeah, this is so good. It feels so good. It's warm. I can feel the sea salt at the bottom, and that just relaxes me. I feel as if I'm sleeping on the bed of cloud. That's how relaxing it is. And I use this big bowl because I want to put all my fingers and my hand all the way up to my wrist in the water, in the warm water, so the entire thing can get softened and beautiful. I'm just going to let that relax a little bit, so I'm going to speed this up, okay? Okay guys, so now that the fingers are soaked, I'm going to take them out of the water, and I'm going to use the same cuticle oil with the rose bud petals to put all over the nails, and I'm going to push them back one more time and then I'm gonna knit. Now, you wanna make sure your nipple is well disinfected. So you wanna use alcohol, or you can also use hydrogen peroxide, or if you have Clorox bleach and you're not allergic to that, you can use that. Just a cap full in a gallon of water, and just spray your cuticle nipper, your orange stick, which is this, and make sure everything is clean. So now that the nails are prepped, and I'm using the cuticle oil with the rose petal, and this one is thicker, so I like that more. What I'm going to do is just to dip the orange stick in the water and get a bit of cotton. And you're going to wrap and wrap and wrap, and make sure all the edges are hidden. And then you dip it in the water so it holds on, twist it one more time, and so it's well secured. What you're going to do, you're going to push back the cuticle again towards the matrix. When you get to the matrix, you can go across, because since you've already pushed that back, you just want to make sure that all the eye nail will be hanging out, and you can knit them away, like, say for instance this. Hopefully you guys can see, and this camera is not blurring out everything. So I'm just now pushing the cuticles, and when I get to the matrix, I'm going to go back and forth to make sure anything under there will just come out, and then I'll be able to easily access them and knit them away. Okay, and now you're pushing the cuticle bed back and forth. I'm going to speed this up. I'm just going to work on one hand, so, and then do the other hand off camera. Okay, now that's done. I'm just going to go ahead and dry the nails. Just take away the excessive product so I can see to knit. And then you're going to take your nipple. I'm using this one here. You're just going to knit. Something had cut me here, and I have a nail there also. And I'm just going to knit that away and make my hand presentable. And just if I don't see, I'm not going to knit. Okay. I'm going to move back my container so we all can see what we're doing here. Now my hand won't move, and I can just go ahead and knit. So you want to, anything under the matrix, you want to pull forward and knit them away. Okay, so this finger is totally done. You can see how beautiful it is. And these are soaking in the cuticle oil, and that's my right hand. So I'm going to move on to the next finger, and I'm going to speed this up. You gotta be careful, you don't want to nip the matrix. It's very delicate, and that's where all the important blood vessels are. That's why I don't agree with those Asians who one teach the other and they have never been to school to learn how to do this correctly, and then they nip the cuticle bed and they just like do such a horrible job. I don't like going to them at all because they don't know what they're doing. They honestly don't. You cannot nip unless you see. And it's only the nail that you see will nip. You can't be like nipping the matrix and nipping the side of the nail bed and doing all those crazy stuff. I don't agree. And it's not supposed to be either. That's not the right way. So now that we have finished, I'm going to do the other hand off camera. And you can see how beautiful the nail is. It's nicely cleaned up. And I did not have to nip the cuticle bed. So I'll be right back. Okay guys, so the first part is done and I've dumped the water for that first part. Now we're on to the second part of the process, and this is a fresh bowl of warm water, and I'm just dipping my fingers in. Hopefully you can see the camera. It's just like out of it. And since my hand is feeling so soapy from the first water, I'm just going to wash all the way up to my wrist and a little above until that is clean and fresh. And of course I'm going to submerge my hands again in this warm water to make it relaxing and soothing, and to soothe the cuticle bed. Of course it's feeling so relaxing, and that sea salt really relaxes me. Just talking about it, it's just like a wave of relaxation just flood my entire being. Guys, you go out there and get the sea salt. But I'm going to tell you more on it coming up on another video. I'll let you guys know when. So now that I've had my fill of this water, I'm just gonna dry the hand or the hands and get ready for lotion. I want to show you guys how beautiful this looks. You want to make sure all the cottons are off. Look at this, beautifully done. I didn't have to knit my cuticle beds and make them horrible and raggedy. No, I didn't have to do that. But you want to check one final time if there's any hangnail, and you want to knit them away before you put on any kind of nail polish. You want to make sure the surface of the nail is smooth. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm checking for any hangnail and anything that I need to remove before I apply the polish to the nail. So I'm happy. This is the second hand. These are shorter. And I'm going to do the same thing. Check for hangnails and make sure the nail itself is not raggedy, or there's no residue of oil or cotton. that looks good. Looks really good. Well, that's what it looks like, guys. Alrighty, so I'm ready now to put on some lotion. And then once you put on that lotion, you want to make sure you go ahead and remove the lotion from the nails before you actually apply polish. So I'm using Curel Itch Defense. That's what I'm using. And this will make the hands so soft and beautiful. And I'm not affiliated with any of these companies, okay? And if you want, you can massage and massage. Alright, so now that's done, I'm going to go ahead and take off the oil from the lotion off the nail surface. You're going to use some nail polish remover. That's what I'm using. You just put it on the bit of Bounty towel, like so, and just wipe the nail bed to make sure there's no linger of lotion on the nail bed. And I'm going to speed this up now that you've gotten the gist of how it's done. That's done, guys. Alright, I'm just going to dip the nails in the water for a split second. Just the nails, okay? And I'm drying that off. Those off. I'm drying those fingers off. So all the nail polish remover, everything is gone from the nail. And now I have a clean canvas to work with, which we're going to do now. Now, I have a problem with my nails in that if you apply anything on it that it doesn't like, it just uncake, like you're uncaking polish, stripping polish off your nails. So what helped me is really the Nail Teaks, very good treatment, and the formula too. It's the only thing that helps me. So I'm going to apply this to the nail, and I'm going to go out away from the body. Okay, hopefully you can see. You don't want to apply polish to the matrix of the nail. You want to always protect the matrix at all times. And seal the edge of your nail. Once you go down to the edge, seal it by going across again. That will seal your polish. The cuticle bed and the matrix must be free from polish. Now that you got the gist, I'm going to go ahead and speed up the camera and do the other, or do the other one offline. That's what I meant to say. It's done. Okay guys, we're back. The nails are done. I can see trouble. I saw a bit of cotton, so you got to be careful with the cotton when you use that. The nails are done, and I'm going to put a polish on, and I really just go pastel. I don't use loud color like the red and the blue and the this, and I have nothing against them, but I just don't use them. So you might be wondering why all of my nail polish are one color. I really just go pastel. Favorite. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply a color, pastel color, and this is one I'm using today. Very pastel and beautiful. So let's go ahead. And the way you want to do your brush, go in, press up against the top, wipe off from there, but whatever's on the back is what you put on the nail. I'm just going to clean my nail cuticle and matrix as I go because I don't want the polish to dry there. And so I'm cleaning as I go. I'm going to take clear of the matrix. I'm going to speed this up now that you've gotten the gist. And if you make a boo-boo like I just did, just touch nail polish, your finger in the nail polish remover and smooth out, and you're going to go over. First coat. I'm going to do the left hand off camera. I'll be right back. Okay guys, so we've finished with the first coat and we're going to apply a second coat. If you're doing this by yourself and then you're handling the camera and everything, the mistake is so want to happen where you mess up those nails, so you have to be careful. This is what I'm doing now. I'm messing up right, left, and center. So, gotta be careful with this camera, man. So there's the second coat right there. Okay. It's my second coat right there. I'm going to do the rest off camera and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I've gone ahead and do the left hand off camera, and if you're confident enough to handle the cotton on the orange stick, go right ahead and rub that cotton onto the orange stick, and then you're going to dip it in the nail polish remover, and you're going to go carefully around the edges of the nails without touching, because you want to make sure those edges are clean and free from polish. So that's what I've just done. Gotta be careful. So, and you're gonna push out to the outer edge of the nail, and just carefully, don't hurriedly do it, just be careful as you go. Don't even speak because you don't wanna mess up those nails. So that's exactly what I've just done. Those are the nails. They're nicely done. I'm just going to let them dry a little bit, then I'm going to put the top coat on. And the top coat I'm using today is by NK. I think it's Nikki K or something like that is the name. I found out that her polish don't strip my nails. Not all of her polish I've used just the base coat and top coat, and whenever I do, my nails my nails do not strip. So I'm going to use it as a top coat today. I'm not even going to bother the camera again because I don't want to mess up my nails. So I'm just going to speed up going forward. So I've done the left hand also. Made a little mess in one of the corners, but hey. So I'm going to put on the top coat, and the one I'm using is the NK Nail Enamel. Enamel. And the one I'm using is the NK Nail Hardener. You want to make sure that the nail is a little dry so the top coat will not move the polish around. So yeah. And you want to seal that also. So yeah guys, this is it, the final product. And that's how I prepare my nails and my hands to start filming. Now when this is dried, I'm going to put some cuticle oil in the corners, and to the 35 Beauty nail strengthener polish remover I'm using. But for the final result, I'm going to use my niece's cuticle oil, and this one is not as heavy as the first one, so this is the one I'll be using. Okay, but once the nail polish is dried, I'm going to put that in the cuticle bed, and that should seal it and moisturize it and protect it, and I'm ready to start filming. But before I do that, I'm going to show one more video how I prepare my face for filming. So this is going to go for first, and then how I prepare my face for filming, my skin and oil, scrub, lip scrub, everything. That one is coming. So yeah, this is a finished product. This is it, guys. This is it. So go out there and try this, and if it comes out successfully and it's looking ever beautiful, don't forget to come back and share. Now, on your way out, don't forget to subscribe, thumbs up, and comment. In the next half an hour, I'll be back to do my face. Join me then to see how I prepare my face, how I scrub, how I moisturize, the natural treatment I put on, things that I put under my eyes for the, any kind of wrinkle or fine lines. And then when that video is finished, I'll upload that also, but this one is going to go before. So until then, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and it will inform you whenever I upload another video. So until then, ta-ta, ta-ta, see you soon, au revoir, bye.